In just 2 weeks, I made $8,000 from one digital product. It was a brand new product, the first time I launched it, and I got paid before I even created it. I know, it all sounds crazy, but I promise I'm going to tell you all the details so that by the end of this video, you will know the exact steps you need to take to do the same thing. Hi, I'm Sandra, and I talk about creating and selling digital products online. So if you are building a digital product business like I am, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video every week. Okay, so what is this magical product I'm talking about? One of the most profitable digital products you can offer is coaching or a digital course. The world has obviously changed drastically, and people are looking to invest in more and more digital products to either learn a new skill, improve their lifestyle, or to simply be part of a like-minded community. So a few months ago, I launched a small group coaching program for the very first time and enrolled 13 students in 2 weeks, which actually exceeded my goal. So I'm going to share with you my 5-step strategy on how I did it. First of all, if you have high income goals, you have 2 options. Either you sell many low-priced items or a few high-priced items. So for example, if your goal is to make $5,000 a month and you sell $10 printables on Etsy, then you need to sell 500 printables a month to reach that goal. That's a lot of printables, right? But if you were to offer a $500 to $1,000 program or a digital course, you would only need to enroll 5 to 10 students to reach that goal. That sounds much more doable if you ask me. I know it's basic math, but I just wanted to show you how much easier it would be to reach your high income goals if you were to offer high ticket items. So if you want to sell a group coaching program or a digital course that's worth at least $500 to $1,000, here are my 5 steps on how to do it and a huge bonus tip at the end that you don't want to miss. I'll list all 5 steps first and then we'll break each one down. So the first step is clarity, then market research, planning your program, launching it, and then delivering it. The first step is clarity. This is where you're going to get clear on your niche, your target audience, and ultimately your digital course idea. So here are some questions for you to write down and take your time answering in order to help you uncover your niche. What topics do you love to talk about? What are you skilled at? What are people constantly asking you for help on? Who do you want to help? So describe your target audience. And what do you want to help people with? After you have answered these questions, reach out to your family and close friends and ask them what they think you're skilled at and what they would usually come to you for. Because a lot of the time, we don't know what we're talented at, but other people can see it. So when I did this exercise, I realized that I was really into graphic design and digital marketing advice, which really aligned with what my family and friends were saying because they usually came to me for creative design projects and digital marketing tips. Now, if you are struggling with what niche to explore and you're thinking, I have no idea what I want to teach in a digital course, I've compiled a long list of profitable niches, so you can screenshot this and hopefully this will spark some inspiration based on what you are skilled at and what you're interested in. Don't worry if you're thinking about a niche that's not on this list, we will explore that in step 2. This is just a few examples. Step 2 is market research. This is where you're going to find out if your idea is profitable. This is the most important step that you don't want to miss. The first step you're going to do is research entrepreneurs within your industry and see the types of coaching programs and courses that they are offering. Having competitors is a good thing because it validates your idea and confirms that products that are similar to yours are on demand. You can research other course creators within your industry by going on social media platforms or YouTube, checking out their websites and seeing what they cover in their digital course and how much they are charging. So here's an example of how to do this. It's super easy. Let's say you want to teach business owners how to increase traffic and sales to their website using Pinterest. So you would go onto Instagram, go to the search feature and type in Pinterest. If you go under accounts, you will see a lot of marketing experts and strategists that you can take a look at to see if they are offering courses and how much they are charging. After you have researched a handful of coaches within your industry, it's time to talk to real people within your target audience to know exactly what they need from a digital course. So you are going to conduct market research calls and surveys to further confirm that your course will sell. There are two ways to do this. Either you schedule a 30-minute virtual meeting over Zoom with people within your target audience to ask them specific questions, or you send them a survey. I set up over 30 calls on Zoom during this phase, and I sent over 40 people a survey to fill out. So yeah, I did a lot of research. The more people that are involved in your market research, the easier it will be to sell your course later, and I will get to that later in this video. Here are some questions that you will want to ask them as part of this phase. What are their struggles when it comes to this topic? What are their goals when it comes to this topic? Have they invested in any other resources to solve this problem? How much money have they already spent on other resources? Are they actively looking for a solution to solve this problem? And what do they need out of a course or a coach to help them get results? This question is everything because it's going to tell you exactly what you need to include in a course in order to help them. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I get people on market research calls or to fill out my survey? There's 3 ways that I did this. I posted on Instagram, I sent an email to my email list, and I joined multiple Facebook groups to build connections. Here are examples of what I shared on Instagram stories in order to get people to help me with my market research. And if you don't have an audience, Facebook groups are going to be your best friend. So it's super easy. Go onto Facebook and type in the search bar keywords within your niche. So for example, I typed in graphic design freelancers, and there were multiple groups that I could join and build connections within there. I would get involved in conversations, answer their questions, post helpful content, and then I would private message the ones that I feel are within my target audience and let them know that I'm creating a product and I could really use their help as part of my market research. Remember, the more people you can build connections with, the better. And when they answer your questions, make sure you are writing down all the answers in a notebook or a Google Sheet so you can compile all this information for when you go to build out your program. If you're getting value from this video so far, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments what topic you're thinking of creating a digital course around. Step 3 is to outline the program. Now that you have done your market research, you can start to outline the modules of your program based on what your audience needs. So here's an example of a Google Sheet that I was putting together at the time with the modules and the material I would cover. My target audience told me they struggled with niche clarity, what products to create, digital marketing, etc. So I structured my modules to make sure I helped them with what they were struggling with. I had 8 modules in total, and I wrote out a rough idea of what I would cover. That's it. Don't waste time creating the entire program before you sell it. Step 4 is launch the program. This is where you make the money. The first thing you want to do is set up a Calendly link. It's free to do so. This is where people can use your custom link in order to schedule a time with you. These are going to be your sales calls, but I always refer to it as a discovery call or a strategy call because ultimately you are trying to figure out if these people are a good fit for your program. You can reach out to all the people that took part in your market research that you feel are a good fit and let them know that you can help them with what they're struggling with. Share tips and helpful content within your industry to demonstrate your authority and invite people to schedule free discovery calls with you using your Calendly link. Continue to build those connections in Facebook groups and reach out to people that you feel are a good fit. I remember I was super nervous during this phase because I didn't want to come off as a sleazy salesperson, so I had to shift my mindset to treat it like another coffee chat with a friend and that I'm genuinely trying to help them solve their problem as opposed to just selling them something. The duration of this launch is up to you. I was planning to launch this for a full month, but I burnt out after 2 weeks, and honestly, I was really happy with how many people enrolled. Like I mentioned, 13 people enrolled within 2 weeks, and I made $8,000, so you can do the math on how much I charged for my program. The reason it was easier for me to fill up the spots of the program is because I did my market research before I launched it, and I built so many connections before I reached out to people. Step 5 is to deliver the program. I kept this super basic. I set up a private Facebook group for the students to connect with each other and to ask me questions for the duration of the program. I created and delivered the modules one by one each week, followed by a Q&A session. I used PowerPoint slides to deliver my information, but you can also use Google Slides. So you can deliver each module live over Zoom, which is what I did, or you can pre-record each module and drop them into the Facebook group each week. I know it can be super intimidating to go live, so you do have that option to pre-record. I also created worksheets and templates for the students to work through as part of the program, and for that I used Google Sheets and Google Docs. The best part about this is after you have delivered this to your students and gotten them results, you can use their testimonials to sell the same program over and over again. And you can even package this into a digital course using an online course platform and sell it for passive income. Now, I promised you a bonus tip at the end, and that is to work on your mindset. Doing something like this really requires you to step out of your comfort zone because you are really putting yourself out there. But I promise you that the only way you're going to see a major change in your business is if you step out of your comfort zone. We tend to have a lot of self-doubt and really struggle with our self-worth. We feel imposter syndrome and we feel like we're not good enough to teach something. So I work on my mindset daily. I listen to positive affirmations, I meditate, I write in my journal, I take a long walk. It was so important for me to keep reminding myself that I had something to offer. So you are not alone if you feel this way, and I want to remind you that your mindset is like a muscle you need to work on. And it is 100% necessary in order for you to get uncomfortable and put yourself out there. So I hope that was helpful. If you are looking to build a coaching business and grow a large audience organically, you can check out my free YouTube growth guide, which will help you start your own channel, because YouTube is a great way to start teaching people what you know and grow an audience on a regular basis. So if you want to start your own channel, you can download that from the description box down below. Make sure to watch this video next for more digital product ideas that you can create. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.